No, no, Kismet. No, no. There's an example of that quiet bark he leads with now. If it made it into the recording, I'll leave it there. Hi. Going through some big changes. Really big. Internally. We all hold dualistic beliefs, whether we're aware of it or not, whether we intend to or not. They're there. A life lived from heart is lived in such a way that these things are brought to your attention so that you can see them. And it really turns the whole negative positive thing on its head. Because while it may in its own way be a negative thing, a dualistic belief, it's very positive to be shown. If you're being shown something, it's because you needed to see it. Further, it's because you wanted to see it. I have a very devotional heart, being, consciousness. But I've been shown where even though I'm one who beats the drum of identify with higher self, do not identify with 3D. I've been shown where I was still, in some ways, separating Source or God out from me. Looking at higher self as something I was invoking to come and abide. Yesterday, a veil was taken down. I was shown this. And then all of a sudden it was gone. On seeing, it was gone, and I'm occupying a very strange space. Up and down, hot and cold, physically, dizzy. But then I've been dizzy a couple of days. That's no big deal. Nothing to be concerned about. So many things have been, rightly or wrongly, dubbed ascension symptoms. And the idea behind that is good. It's just symptoms of rising frequency. Every time we're given spiritual chi, energy from on high, whether through higher self or soul family or whatever, it raises our frequency. But then there's an adjustment the body is required to make in order to catch up with this. And that can be challenging. It can even be painful. And just like for whatever reason at this point in my life, I'm aware that during the solar wind, this body hurts more. Why? I don't know. I don't much care. It's kind of fun to have a correlation, when this happens, that happens, but that's really linear, so I don't know. I was told, that I am higher self, that there is and can be no possible separation of any kind between this and that, there's just no separation. Be in heart, if you will, for a deeper realization of some of what this means. In effect, God has been taken away from me. A God that I worshipped, sort of from afar. A God that I prayed to, aspired to, recognize my oneness with. So I guess you could say, in a way, my prayers have been answered. I'll share that prayer with you now that it's gone, that I have said with deep heart, devotion and love, every day and every night for a long time. Beloved higher self, beloved source, love is. I dedicate, consecrate, and offer this day, this life, this all unto you. Every thought, word, deed, dream, emotion, body, mind, soul, spirit, all that I am and am not, across time, space, dimensions, densities. Take it and me. Remind us that I am thine and thee. Higher self, come and abide in full, conscious, integrated, now here awareness. And then lately I would call to my guide and my soul family to help implement the prayer. And now it's done. It's gone. There's no more separate God to pray to. Feels very strange. Owning your own divinity. Thank you, puppy. Shh. You see how quiet he is now? How careful? How loving? How obedient? Dogs are love on 4 feet, or 3, or however many they have. Whatever has happened to them through their life. They are love incarnate. Devotion incarnate. We are love incarnate. So, the rug has been pulled out from under in a very big way. I don't know where this is going. It doesn't matter. It just is. More and more, I don't care. It Don't hear that with mind. Listen with heart. I'm not attached is probably a better way to say it. I have lovely things all around me. As you know, I have great joy as the sun sets through the big picture window and shines through the crystal. But I am that rainbow being somehow. I've known it. Deep inside, I've known it all my life. I'm still nothing that you are not. We are all this. Each one. But I guess it has to be found or uncovered or accessed in some way, or it lies dormant. It's watching, being, observing, perhaps waiting. I don't know. I don't know. Because waiting has the flavor of time. And this that I am, this that we are, is beyond that. There are a great many more abilities to be accessed. As we come into awareness of who we are. As we take our power back from everything we've given it to, we will be shown those linear beliefs. So when things don't go your way, or that's how you've assessed it, at the end of the day, perhaps look again and say thank you for what you've been shown, and see what a higher self is doing right there where you are, saying, sharing, presenting of itself. Don't know what else to say. Don't know what to say at all. It's just being said. Love is. What else is more important than that? Love is. All the trials, troubles, and challenges are creations of mind. 3D2 is a creation of mind. Nothing is what we think it is. Nothing. And that's fun, or it can be, unless we choose to be frightened of it, to run from it, to look down on it, to call it trial and trouble. It just is, and it's all beneficent. It's all love. Each one of us walk a unique path. Some may think this not accessible to them because they don't have the quiet woodland retreat and solitary life that I do. I don't know. I just know each one is of equal value. Each one is the one. There's no distinction. There's no ultimate separation like the drops in the ocean. We're all ocean. Most of us don't know it. And that's a funny thing. For if we don't know it, that knowing will not be forced upon us. This love is so gentle, so exquisite, so tender. It's beyond anything human. We're not human. Maybe that's where we first went wrong, is identifying so thoroughly with the body and with the mind. We have that, we use that, we work with that, but we are not that any more than anything else. We're everything. Coming to experience this waits for us to do the weeding in our garden of belief, to take responsibility for the beliefs that we hold and their manifestations in our life. I don't suggest anyone think in terms of karma anymore, not the way showers. Think in terms of resonance. Where's your frequency? What does it resonate with? What resonates with you, that's what you'll attract. When you're whole and complete, that's what you'll attract. When you're incomplete, that's what you'll attract. I suspect there's a higher physics at work throughout all of this. It's funny thinking in terms of physics and free will at the same time, isn't it? It's funny. But remember, our world doesn't yet, our scientists don't yet have definitions for things like gravity and temperature. Many things that we can measure, but we don't know what they are or what creates or causes them. We have a lot of goofy ideas that we take very seriously, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with anything. In this game that we play. That's been terribly misunderstood, and if you choose to misunderstand it by taking it into mind, I'm going to put that on you. Mind is not capable of understanding this. It's just not the right tool for the job. And it wants to, oh, how badly it wants to. It wants to be spiritual. It wants to grow and expand and be God, and it's not mind. That's just not for mind to do. That's a misapprehension. We're everything, though. We're not just the spiritual. We're the darkness, too. It's all very bizarre. And the sooner we get rid of the old ideas that we've developed around what's real, the better. It's all very bizarre. It's crazy. Delightfully so. When you know love is the firm foundation for it all, you have no fear. So you can explore some pretty wacky ideas and have a good time while you're at it. They pan out or they don't, and it doesn't freaking matter a bit. It's all experience. It's all okay. Strange, huh? I hope you can see how very much in these journals I've been talking to myself. None of us are perfect as far as our knowledge, our grasp of truth, and all of us are quite perfect, even in our imperfection. Oxymoronish, we contain both. When we can find the bridge between, when we can Just let it be like the top of the thermometer. Hot and cold, same thing. It's the same thing. We don't know what it is. And they seem opposite, but they're not. They're one. Well, so is everything else. Very strange. Make way for strange. Strange is fun, huh? See you again soon. Namaste.